Hi guys, Mary here. Today it's Friday, November 22nd, and I just went to the post office and got something in the mail that I ordered last July. I'm very excited, and I thought it would be fun to open it with you all in case you were interested in purchasing a deck of cards by Amanda Ellis. So Amanda Ellis has a wonderful YouTube channel here, and she created her own deck. I think it took her 2 or 3 years, and it's her Archangel Metatron deck, and it comes in this beautiful box. I took the plastic off before I decided to do the video, so the plastic's already off, but I haven't opened it yet. So it comes in this beautiful box, and then there's a little ribbon here to open it up. So on the inside we have a book, and it's a nice big book. It says The Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle by Amanda Ellis, and the artwork is by Jane Delaford Taylor. And the first part in the book says a journey into self-mastery using color therapy, sacred geometry, the elements, and angelic wisdom. So, oh, it's beautiful pictures. You can see the photos here of the cards, and then there's a nice long description of each card. So I'll have to have a look at that. She's also got different spreads in here. There's a weekly spread. It looks like there's Metatron's cube type of spread and a chakra spread. So this looks very interesting. So I'll look through that later. But I just wanted to show you the cards, and they're in the center of the box here. I'm excited to get this. It's funny, a friend of mine I was on the phone with this morning said, "What are you doing today?" And I said, "Oh, I'm cleaning a room and working on my retreat and different things like that." And then I said, "Oh, and I have to do a video." And I thought, what am I doing a video about? I had no idea what I was going to do a video about. I hadn't really thought of it. And then Metatron was like, "Yeah, you're going to do a video." And I thought, Anyway, I went to the post office and saw these cards, and I said, I get it, a video, okay. This is what the card looks like, each card on the back. Ooh, all right, off the bat, these cards are really thick. They're not thin. So I think they'll shuffle pretty well. I have to put my glasses on. The first card is, it says yellow, joy and happiness. So the color yellow, and there's a bumblebee there. And it looks like it's number 1. So there's a number 1 here. So there's numbers. This is number 2. I had those 2 cards stuck together. They're still pretty thick though. Number 2, review and reflection. And it says time out needed. Number 3, yeah, these cards are a little stuck together, so you'll have to work on them a little bit when you get them. This is card number 3. It's the this is the flower of life. The number's kind of hard to read, but it's right there. And this card says creation, expansion in your life. Beautiful. I won't show you every card, but I thought I'd show you a few. This is number 4, and it says a time for release, and this is about letting go. So a nice fall leaf falling from the tree. And then we have number 5 is communication. Speak up and be heard. Number 5. So these are really beautiful, beautiful artwork. I love the cards. Many different colors. I won't bore you with all of them, but oh, look at the dolphin. What's that one say? Water, emotional well-being. So I'm just going to work at unsticking. They're a little stuck. They have a nice gold around the edges here. Oops. Really stuck. So, ooh, look at this one. Wake up call. Wake up call. Ooh, that's a beautiful color. Okay, let me try to unstick them and then I'll do a little reading for us. This happens sometimes with cards from the manufacturer. They get stuck together. But yeah, when Amanda said that these cards were out there to purchase, I ordered from Amazon. And I ordered them in July. And what is it now? November? So it took a while. I think I got them on her second printing. Oops. They are really stuck. That's a shame, because I wanted to do a reading and I don't want to bore you all while I unstick these. One thing I did want to talk about while I unstick these is I've been working a lot with this new healing that I'm doing. And it's become apparent to me that many of you are empaths and many of you are taking energy in that doesn't belong to you. So I've helped people to know how to clear that energy and also protect themselves by putting a bubble of light around themselves. Remember that we are integrating our light bodies, and we can manipulate the energy that surrounds us in our light body, our aura. What I've noticed is, if you think about it, you know, we all came from one cell organisms, right? And each one of our cells has a membrane around it. So before we became life through you know, from a one-celled organism into the water, and as we became multi-celled, we developed a nervous system and a circulatory system. And that nervous system and circulatory system is a membrane that we can selectively let things in and out. So because we no longer let things in and out of ourselves once we became multi-celled, we developed a nervous system and a circulatory system, and that brings in nutrients to our body, and it also helps us to get rid of things, right? It's the same with your light body. If you're doing work where you're meditating, you're doing yoga, Kundalini yoga, maybe you're doing spiritual work and you're really opening up into your light body, you need to be able to protect yourself from things that could come into your light body because you're so open. So one way to do that is just to imagine that there is a bubble of light surrounding you, and ask for protection. So you want to do this knowing that first creating a sacred space around yourself, calling in the divine, and just creating that bubble, just imagining that bubble of light surrounding you. I always imagine a bubble of either pink or white light, depending on the day. And then I imagine like mirrors. Sorry about the plane. I'm still unsticking cards here. I imagine putting little mirrors on the outside of my bubble so that if something comes into me, it's going to be reflected back to that person or that entity or what have you. If you've taken on energy from others, and I may have mentioned this before, but you want to just imagine a shower above your head, and I imagine like aqua or teal light just falling down through me and around me, and I basically shower myself, cleanse myself, and then I imagine a drain in the floor, and all of that energy that's not mine, I imagine as a muddy brown energy, and it's just circling around the drain. I got this from my friend Audrey. She helped me with this, and it circles around the drain, and then it goes down into the earth for transmutation. So that's just a way that you can protect yourself. It's a way that you can make sure that you're not taking in other people's energy. Because what can happen is if you have some stuck energy, say you have a stuck energy in your sacral chakra of guilt and shame that you haven't completely cleansed, remember that energy like attracts like. So if you're working on other people, if you're doing Reiki or energy work or readings for people, that energy will go into your body, into your energy body, and it's going to, like a magnet, be attracted to. So say I'm working on someone who has guilt and shame, that comes out of them, it's attracted to my guilt and shame, and then it gets into my light body and can create blockages. So I'm just saying this to remind you all that if you're doing this type of work, that you need to protect yourself with a bubble of light, and try to do the shower exercise between each client. If you don't do this work in particular, but you're an empath, try to do that shower work once or twice a day. You can even do it right in the shower. So as you're taking a shower, just imagine it cleansing your light body as well. Just imagine that light body is like a membrane around us, and we need to be selective in what we let in and let out. And we do that with intention, and we also do that with faith and trust and belief that as we're manipulating this light energy, that it's definitely working. Okay? All right, so I have Amanda's cards here, and I basically there was a little glue between them, and I unstuck all the cards. So I think what I'll do is, I didn't light my candle. I'm just going to light my candle so that I can cleanse the cards before using them. So these are cleansed, and 12 minutes in, I'm going to do a reading. All right, Heavenly Angels, please show me. Metatron, please show me any guidance for today. Today is Friday, November 22nd. Please show me any guidance for today. Thank you so much. We'll do 3 cards for today. The first card is, it's hard to see the numbers, but maybe I'm just blind. The first card is number 50, and it says Signs from Spirit with Love. Cute little bird. Okay, 2 more cards. Metatron, please. And then we have Indigo. 1 more card. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They shuffle great. Now that they're all unstuck, I had no problems shuffling them. They're a good size. They feel really good. I like the glossiness of the cards. So we have Signs from Spirit with Love. We have Indigo, Mystery and Mastery of Life. This reminds me of the indigo children that are coming in. And then we have Action. This is number 9, and movement is needed. Okay, so many of you may be receiving signs. So you may receive synchronicities. Your higher self is showing you numbers in repetition. You're getting downloads, just to remind you that you're on the right path, that you're on a spiritual path, that you are being downloaded. And those numbers, those patterns that we see over and over, for me, I'm seeing recently any numbers that have the number 1 and 4 in them. So it could be 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 41, 144. So I'm getting a lot of that. And it's just, those numbers are just, they're like codes that we're getting, activating certain areas of our brain. You also might be getting signs from a loved one who's crossed over. For me, I get the butterfly, is usually my mom. And I know many of you may see a cardinal. That's a loved one who's crossed over, or a dragonfly. Spirit can manipulate nature pretty easily. So just be aware of those signs and synchronicities in your life, kind of showing you, guiding you on your path. And then we have indigo. This is mystery and mastery of life. So when I look at this card, I feel like, I know there's a lot of indigo children coming in that are already being born with the upgrade in the DNA. Our DNA is being upgraded. So many of us older folks are feeling, some symptoms of ascension as we go through these cellular changes in our bodies. That could be headaches. Sometimes I feel a band around my head, ringing in the ears. You might see lights out of the corners of your eyes, heart flutters, things of that nature. Obviously, if you feel like you're having any physical symptoms, you should see a doctor. I'm no doctor, but I know that many times they're signs of ascension or awakening. These indigo children already have that, so they're not going to be going through those types of symptoms. Okay, and then we have action, movement needed. So if you do get a sign or a synchronicity, and you're kind of shown with this mastery or guided which direction to go, or you're being shown that you're in the right direction, you're on the right path, or perhaps you're being shown your life purpose, Spirit wants you to take some sort of action. So it's not enough to just say, okay, I know my life purpose is to be, say, a healer. You may have to take a course. Maybe the action is just looking up on the computer if there's any courses in your area, or looking up what type of healing modalities are out there and what kind of resonates with me. So these are the types of actions that need to be taken. It doesn't have to be a huge action. It just needs to be an action, because an action will give a sign to the universe that, first of all, you got the message that you're being guided, you're on the right path, and you're moving towards that purpose, that life purpose. And as you take an action step, the universe is like, yay, she gets it, so, or he gets it, and now we're going to send in more synchronicity, more signs to let you know that you're on the right path. And then as you take more action steps, the universe is going to help you more. I hope that makes sense. So let's pull one more card from Amanda's deck, because I'm loving this deck. Some decks I don't resonate with right away, and they don't shuffle well, and this deck, I'm really into the shuffling. And this deck, it really does shuffle very well. It feels comfortable in my hands. I love the colors, and so far I love the messages. All right, this is number 48, and it says the void. Oh, okay. The void. So this is retreating, resting, and rejuvenating. Retreat, rest, and pause. So I think what Spirit is saying is that sometimes when we get a message to take action, and we take that action, so you look up healing modalities, you resonate towards, say, Reiki, you look for a course, you're thinking about signing up, but you may need to take a pause and reflect. So don't feel like if you don't immediately get the information that you need or the guidance that you need, that you're not on the right path, you may have to take some time to go within, meditate on it. You know, maybe you found 3 modalities that you resonate with of healing, and you're not sure which way to go. So just take a moment in rest and go within, and just kind of look at each one individually and see how your heart feels with each one. And that will help to guide you and help you to make a decision and going in the right direction. All right, guys, I thought you might enjoy this this card review for Amanda Ellis's Metatron deck. I probably should have read from I should have read from her book before I talked about it, but let me just see here what number 50 says. I like how the pages are numbered. You can easily find the card you're looking for. That's nice. And this is quite a lengthy description of the card, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But basically she's saying that nature holds many signs. It may not be a huge, big gesture, but it says that a robin may visit you, and it could be a loved one who's passed. And she also talks about numbers being different signs. So I was pretty right on with the meaning of that card. So they're pretty self-explanatory. You probably don't need the book, but it's nice to have that as a reference. I'm certainly going to read the book. I have a lot of respect and love for Amanda, so I will respect her words. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this review. If so, please hit the thumbs up button and give me a like. Thank you so much for your subscribes and your shares and your likes, and I love your comments. So thank you so much. Namaste. Have a great day. Oh, and have a great weekend. Take care.